This is going to be under my future podcast whenever the fuck that ends up coming out, but for now we're just going to call this I had a really bad day and I want to talk about it. And I know I have family and I have I know I have friends that always say, "Hey, if you need to talk, I'm here." But come the end of the night, a microphone doesn't fucking judge me. A microphone's not going to tell me anything. And that's what I want, to just talk seamlessly without any fucking interruption. But I should start with, hello, my name is Dadley, or Bradley, whatever the fuck you want to call me. You most probably know me from TikTok because I'm not on anything else besides Instagram with like maybe 40 followers. This is also the realest you're probably going to see me. I'm not always this loud, energetic motherfucker. I can't keep that energy up without wanting to blow my brains out. I don't think anyone really can in a lifetime. So, me, kind of stripped down, I'm more of a quiet guy. I'm perfectly content going a day or two without even fucking talking. And I think that is insecurity more than anything of, do I really have anything worth talking about? But I'm making a podcast, so I guess I feel like I have something worth talking about, or at least feel the need to talk in this circumstance. You may be asking, alright, so why was a day so bad you decided to make a goddamn podcast? Well, it already started different than most days. I actually had to wake up for work. See, I've been working 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for the past 2 months straight with 2 days off. That's not 2 days a week or 2 days a month. That is 2 months of having 2 days off. Every other day, I'm there 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. My sleep schedule is already fucked up. I got a phone call, said, hey, can you not come in tonight and instead come in at 8 o'clock in the morning? Well, shit, that already fucks me up. I wanted to say no, but the downside is my father's my boss. I feel like an asshole to say no, regardless of the circumstance. I just don't like to say no to my father. He kept the lights on in my house most of the time, so it's good to give him the respect. So, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I have a fucked up sleep schedule. End up just shiny hunting Pokemon because I'm a nerd until I have to leave for work, which sucked already. I'm used to working at 10 o'clock at night, and it is 7 a.m. as I'm going to work. Well, Bradley, that doesn't seem like it would cause a bad day. It gets worse. The roads are icy as shit, because that's what happens when you live in New England. I turned into work going a little too fast and hit a massive curb. I bent the frame on my car. I don't know cars at all. I'm going to put that out there right now. I can change brakes. I've changed an alternator once with YouTube playing on repeat of how to do it. I don't know anything about cars. Apparently, I pushed my front end towards my tire. All I know is I can't take left turns now, and if I try, the car just stops moving. And of course this happens in front of my boss/father. So, he's not all too fucking happy, and that's one of the shittiest things about working for your parents, is that you can't really do shit when they're yelling at you. I mean, I grew up a white kid. We're known for fucking yelling at our parents, but I never really was that type. We about to get real personal. You're gonna learn a lot about me real quick. I grew up with my father, who I wouldn't say was extremely abusive, but abusive enough that, like, I probably have some PTSD. Like, I can't stand in corners of the room, because that's where he'd fucking smack the shit out of me. Anyway, he sees it, he's all pissed off. 30 other cars have driven in this parking lot. None of them have hit a curb. I am the first one to. I am an idiot. A little more backstory into that is actually, this is now car number 8 that I have totaled. I am a notoriously bad driver. I will do my best to try to remember them all. I doubt I will. My first car was a Toyota Camry, because that I feel like is everybody's first car. That wrapped itself around a tree at 2 a.m. I don't remember why. The rest that I remember are completely out of order. We said we're going to learn a lot about each other. I used to do a lot of cocaine. That kind of isn't part of me crashing cars. So, there was a Nissan something whatever that I thought I hit the brake and instead I hit the gas and jammed that thing into a concrete wall at a casino. I pushed the frame into the back tire. I tried to drive it home. It rattled like crazy. I couldn't get it home. And that car went bye-bye. There was a truck that I totaled, but it really wasn't my fault. I'm driving down the highway. I hear a big chunk and then metal dragging along the floor. The fuck's wrong with me? The pavement. And I pull over, I call my father, and I say, hey, one of my shocks fell off. Can I drive with one shock? He says, yeah, it'll be a little bit bumpy, but you'll be fine. Go, take the next exit, pop my shock off, throw it in the cab, As I'm in the cab of the truck, I noticed that there is another big yellow thing that looks just like my shock. I call him again. Can I drive with no shocks on my car? Yeah, I'll just be very bumpy. Next morning, I'm driving to work. I had an hour drive to fucking work. And my whole rear end twisted off. Like I said, I don't know cars. That might be wrong. All I know is a lot of twisty, a lot of sparks. Next thing I know, my piece of shit truck's taking up half a highway with 3 fire trucks and 2 state troopers. I had a Ford Explorer that I just ran that thing into the ground. I drove it until it died. I will miss you forever, Betsy. Betsy was my favorite. I had a Lexus. Yeah, look at me fucking flexing. I had a Lexus. I got lucky. I was able to buy this car. And on Thanksgiving, I think only a year ago, I just didn't stop and rear-ended the fuck out of somebody. I ended up going to high school with that girl. I don't remember her name. But if you're listening to this and you're rear-ended by a white Lexus on Thanksgiving a year ago, I deeply apologize that I never contacted you with my insurance information. I am a bad human being. The last one I can remember is a Volvo that I had. It was a soft top convertible, and the top got stuck down. I didn't think anything of it because I am very notoriously bad at taking care of anything that I own, despite my children. My children are very healthy. Don't be worried. And left the top down. It started raining, which meant it started molding, and that car became too disgusting to even be near. There are so many, I don't remember the others, but essentially, that brings me back to driving. My father, who's my boss, who's kind of a dick, sees me break another car. He's screaming at me in a parking lot and comes up with something else to talk about. While all of this is going on, the only thing that's in my head is the fact that he just had a family Christmas dinner. Now let me explain this. I am not a fan of Christmas. I never enjoyed Christmas. I try to do my best to give my kids an amazing Christmas and really give anyone an amazing Christmas, because being known as the guy that doesn't like Christmas, you don't want to be also known as the guy that ruined Christmas. That's a bad stereotype. I'm not a Grinch. It's just not for me, but I'm not going to take away anyone else's happiness. It was a dinner of him, my stepmother, my 2 sisters. I assume they're significant others. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't fucking invited. He swears I knew. I've dug all over my phone trying to find the group chat that this consists in, but I was not invited. Come the end of the night. It's just that's where it's at. I wasn't invited to my family's Christmas. And I also didn't know that my father, my stepmother, and my brother are not going to be around on Christmas. Not to mention, my brother is moving, apparently. I found that out today, and he leaves tomorrow. We are 7 minutes in. I feel like it's silly for another recap, but like, this is the, like, why I feel like I had such a bad day. Because it was just so much shit at once. My father, who's a dick, but also my boss, sees me break yet another car, which is already stressful as it is, screaming at me. There was a family dinner that I wasn't fucking invited to, but I'm in trouble for not going to. And then half my family's just fucking moving to Mississippi, and nobody fucking told me. It was a lot to take in over the course of one day, and I don't know how to process this. I don't know how I feel, and I wanted to talk this through. One of my favorite songs is a song called Bad Day by a rapper named Atmosphere. He has a line in this song that says, "It's been a bad day, bad week, it's been a bad month." And that's hitting me so goddamn hard right now. And I know this is just one of those things that happen with depression, that when shit hits the fan, you start thinking all the shit is hitting all the fans. Because now I'm sitting here like, well, of course it's been a bad day. I've been job hunting, and job hunting is the most stressful thing in the world. Like, what the fuck is entry level? Entry level seems like the most bullshit phrase in the world. I don't have any experience. I dropped out of college. I went to college, noticed that they had a pool table, stopped going to my classes, and then realized, why am I paying so much money to play pool? And every job I've ever held is with working with my hands. I have done construction. I have done basically deconstruction. It was water mitigation, which was a absolute shit show. And then I did maintenance for a hotel, and then I did pest control, which pest control was a shit show. I am too young for my body to be in this much fucking pain. Like, Jesus Christ, my joints hurt? I'm 23, and my goddamn joints hurt, motherfucker. That all stems to, I really hope I have a decent cover letter that shows that I'm hireable, because my resume certainly doesn't. So, that's already leading to it being a bad month, pretty much, of job hunting, now carless, with an angry father / boss. He's not really my boss anymore. I'm not going back to that work. Fuck it. So I am a chronic problem solver. And like to the point that I fucking hate it. It may not even be my problem. And I feel the need to step away and be like, okay, what do we do to fix this? Even when it's a completely unfixable goddamn scenario. Right now the problem is, why am I so bothered by all this? I've known my entire life that my dad is a dick. I shouldn't expect him to act any differently. My stepbrother's a grown adult. He can move if he wants. And I don't like Christmas. I shouldn't be bothered that I wasn't invited to a goddamn Christmas dinner, even if I'm getting in trouble for not going. They are all answered very simply with one very dirty word. People don't like using this word. It's a word that people are like very taboo with. You can't say it unless it's true. Depression. And you can't really problem solve that shit. It's been the one wall I've hit that I can't fucking work my way around. And I've tried, don't get me wrong. I've tried creative outlets like TikTok. TikTok is now stressing me the fuck out. Jesus Christ. Fighting the TikTok algorithm is the toughest shit in the world. Kudos to anyone who fucking does it because it is confusing, it is stressful. I don't give a shit at this point. I've tried writing. I've written a whole goddamn novel, for Christ's sakes. And what that boils down to is my brain saying, it's not really good enough. I feel like this boils down even more to me basically not knowing anything I want to do with my life because I am at a crossroads of, I have no skills to get a job in a field that I actually enjoy, so do I go take a job that's going to dare or part my body more? I don't know. And I know this podcast is just me rambling about my problems like some whiny fucking pussy. I swear there's a meaning behind all this. Because what this boils down to is I had a really shitty day. I've really had a shitty week. I've had an even shittier month. One of the shittiest of shitty months. The end of 2019 has not just kicked my ass. It has fucked me without any lube, and I don't even get a goddamn reach around. But I am taking that energy, and even if I am making something that is very subpar, I've been talking very monotone. This is not a fun voice for a podcast. I feel like the teacher from Ferris Bueller Day Off, and I feel like I am also dating myself with that goddamn reference. But hey, I'm not falling back on old, very bad ways I used to cope with my shit. I'm just talking about it. That's the healthy way to do things, right? Talk about it even if it's just to a glowing blue microphone. I know out of the 30,000 people that follow me on TikTok, two people will probably listen to this. But hey, at least I can tell myself that I fucking did something. I didn't just have a shitty day, cry myself to bed, and wake up the next morning and hope it'll be better. Because that is the biggest thing that breaks me. And I know it's silly, but I hate hoping that the next day will be better. I don't hope it will get better. I hope that I have the energy to make it better. I hope that I have the energy to do some goddamn dishes, get a chunk cleaned in this house, maybe record a goddamn podcast. So your mission for after this podcast is very simple. Think about your shittiest day. Think about the shittiest day you've ever fucking had. And something that I have found that is very fascinating is write a journal entry with the beginning words, "I'm thankful," for every sentence. I'm thankful I fucked up that car because it's going to give me and my friends a really good laugh that we're adding another one to the damn list. I'm thankful I didn't go to that Christmas dinner because I have issues with my family and things would probably be worse if I went than just not going at all. I'm thankful my father saw me fuck up that car because now I know that I really can't work with him and I'm going to try to find something better. I'm thankful that my stepbrother's last day in Connecticut, I got to spend the whole day with him working together. He got to come pick up his Christmas present and say goodbye to my kids, his nephews. I'm not a fucking optimistic. I'm not fucking Mr. Brightside. But come the end of the day, you need that in your life once in a while. Even if it's forced, even if it's just agonizing to say, I'm thankful I broke my damn car. Because there's always something to be thankful for, even if it's dark and fucked up and twisted. The world is dark and fucked up and twisted, and you gotta learn to either embrace it or you're gonna fucking break like me. So there you go, 15 minutes of myself rambling for no goddamn reason because I'm lost. I don't know what I want in life. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. If you listen to this whole 15 minutes of me just blatantly complaining, damn near acting like a child, thank you. I don't know where I'm posting this, probably on YouTube, so I guess leave a like. I don't look at that shit on my YouTube, it's depressing. But most importantly, I hope your fucking day was better than mine.